Yo, what up, everybody? In this video, I am going to be ranking all of the current JJS characters, or Jujutsu Shenanigan characters, for starters. I'm going to be ranking these characters off of my personal experience playing these characters and this game and fighting other people. So don't get butthurt if your character or slash your favorite characters on a low place on the leaderboard because they aren't the best character in the game. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But let's get to the rankings. Before anything, all of the JJS characters can be good, so try out all the characters, but this is just my ranking. Alright, so for number 9, the subjectively worst character in the game, Locust Guy. It is a base character. He has no blocker breaker moves except down slamming. His R special doesn't really help him in combat unless you're running, which lets you fly a little. And unless you're doing an air combo, it doesn't really give you a bunch of distance. It's only like a real quick, like half a second, like dash into the air. It's not that good, and it can be canceled. And I won't mention the ult because Locust Kai doesn't really have an ult. I'm gonna be real. So, you know, he's supposed to be a base character, so I won't blame him on that. So I was just kind of taking up front like how his actual character is. But yeah, there are other reasons why he's the worst character in the game, but I don't want this to be a 30-minute long video, so yeah. Alright, so for number 8, 10 Shadows slash Megami. Now, Megami in the actual game isn't that great. He only has range moves, and his R special only really helps him get more range. Duh, that's his character, that's his whole thing, that's his whole gimmick. And but he's completely completely defenseless when he gets blitzed by someone better or just someone that like outsmarted him, like a Yuji or something. And now like he doesn't really have any parry moves or hold down moves, something like her strikes. And honestly, I think the best thing in his base kit that he has currently is his M1s actually. And why I say that is he has the fastest M1s in the game, only beaten by I think Mahito's little like knife hand things. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he has the fastest M1s in the game. And honestly, the only reason I wouldn't say Megami's dead last is because of his ult. And honestly, his ult isn't even that bad. One of his moves is the giant snake, which does after effect damage, which you can easily just like immediately count on by the elephant, and then the three shadow guys. I don't remember that move name. But yeah, it's pretty okay. Oh, and then he has Maharaga, which I'm just gonna add as a bonus because it is optional whether you become him or not. So it's just a really kind of okay-ish type of thing with his ult, but he doesn't have another character for it. But another really shitty thing that I think Tizzy did is that he gave him 20 and I mean 85 HP. I don't know if I said 20. He gave him 85 HP, which sucks. Anyways, all right, now for number 7, defense attorney slash Higuruma. Now, I'll be real. I think Higuruma is a good character. His 5 kind of looking M1s trick up people, and his moves are really comboable. And he has really good damage, but being honest, a big thing that counters a lot of people who play it and that I've noticed, because I don't really like Higuruma, is that they're really predictable. Like after like the second combo, I'm usually able to predict them pretty easily. But it's not that big of an issue really. It's not like a issue with the characters, just the issue with the people and that they do the same moves. But second thing is the ults. I would put a Higuruma a lot higher if he had 4 moves instead of just 2, because that limits him heavily. I don't know. By the way, I think he's only gonna have 2 moves. I am currently on patch 1.54, and I don't know if it's going to change because I'm not um, time seer or mind reader or anything like that. So this is only what I for what I know now. All right, but that's about it for Higuruma. For number 6, Blood Manipulator slash Choso. The worst of the two brothers, but now honestly, his base is a little weird, I'll be real. Because a lot of his moves in his base, you can't really connect into a combo or it's really convoluted. Now, there's this combo that does like 90% of your HP, I think. I'll show it on screen really quick. And honestly, the only reason I put him above Higuruma is because he has a complete ult, which I don't know if Higuruma is gonna have a complete ult or he's gonna only have those two moves. Which, when I say complete ult, I mean all moves, by the way. And now the ult is good. It has a lot of moves that do a lot of damage, and I fucking cannot stand Plasma Wave. All right, on to the next guy. All right, so now for number 5, the Switcher Toto. Now, Toto, where do I begin? He's probably the best beginner moveset and a really, 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 really good pro moveset. He is probably, from what I've seen, the best or slash most used beginner moveset, is why I say he's really good. And I would recommend you use him if you're really new, like below 1,000 kills. I would recommend you try him because he's a really good basics character. He really teaches you how to play the basics of just the general character in JJS. But he has a really good base moveset. Everything flows super well. There's really nothing bad about him. Plus, he can wall jump higher, which is a passive buff that he has because he has a bigger player model. And that's also another passive for Maharaga, which I'm not going to do in this video, obviously, because it's not really a character. It's more like a character within a character within a character. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I put him at 5 because, he's just a really good general character. Alright, but after Toto, it kind of got really hard to pick. So, a lot of these may be a little controversial, but I do not care. I love all these characters respectively, but these are my top 4, in my opinion. So now, for number 4, we have the Perfectionist Mahito. Now, where do I begin with Mahito? He has so much diversity in his gameplay. It's kind of hard to pick, but his art specials, I think, are his biggest trait. I really love his art specials, especially the, I love that he can switch from the blades to the, the meatball hands and shit. I think it's a really cool concept, and I love it. But my only issue with that is, do you want to know how many block breaker moves he has? Just try to guess. If you said maybe 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, no, he has 6, excluding down slam. So he has 7. He has 7 down slam moves. That is crazy. But yeah, he's a little good. But where he truly shines is his ultimate. He has his base, then he has his second ult. He has a base ult and then a second ult. It's fucking crazy. And you know how he gets the second ult? He has to hit 2 black flashes to get out of his first ult to get a second ult, which then you take all of the ult that you already had and you get a whole new ult, which has full ult special and everything. So it's a whole nother minute of it basically. And that's just crazy, bro. And that's why he's in 4th. And he's just he's a really good character, and he has so much variety in how he's able to be played. And he's just such a super strong character. I really like uh, Mahito. I hope you do too. But yeah, that's why he's number 4. All right, on to number 3. Now for my number 3 spot, Vessel slash Yuji. Now Yuji is my favorite, and now I might be asking, "Oh, if he's your favorite, why isn't he number 1?" Cause he nerfs him every 5 minutes. I don't know what he's gonna do when I go next. Uh, anyways, but there's a reason why he's the number 3. His R special. You know, I'm kind of noticing a trend with this R special. Anyways. You know why his R special is so good? Mix-ups. He's the singular best mix-up character in JJS, hands down. Like, when you're really good, like someone like me, you can come back from anything just from his potential alone. Not his potential from like strength, but his potential for combos. And now why I say this is because you can cancel a move before like you use it. So like let's say you like use something like Curse Strikes. Say you do the air variant. Boom, immediately stop it. You're still holding block. Boom, zip right around them. That's just a crazy mix up right there. Boom. And then you get a combo off there. And now really big setback that I always notice, and I just confirmed on the making of this video that Yuji alongside Megami have 85 HP. And I said it earlier for Megami because I honestly think Megami should have 100 HP. I think Tizzy should leave the nerf on Yuji, bro. It shouldn't be affecting other moveset, bro. But no. And his final move, I'll talk about it because he technically has 5 moves. One is a passive though, and that is his perfect block. Oh my god, I love perfect block. It is my favorite Black Flash. And the reason why I love it so much is because it takes so much skill to hit. I'll put a little diagram up to show you what it does and how to hit it, but it just takes a lot of skill to hit, and I love it. But off of the perfect blocks, I really just want to quickly glance over the ult really quick because honestly, it's just a really good ult. Honestly, I would put it in the same position as it is right now, or even higher. Honestly, it's probably like top 5 ults in JJS. But yeah, on to number 2. Now, for number 2, it is the honored one, Gojo. Now, what is there really to say about Gojo? He is probably one of the most untouched characters other than Akari. He's really good. He has probably one of the most balanced based and ult move sets. But don't let the word balance get you distracted on how strong Gojo is. Mainly his ultimate, his blue, his red, his purple, his explosion purple, and his domain. All of them together, they all do crazy damage. They all do, I think, above 30 damage. All of them. And honestly, his only issue is that his ult is pretty like it doesn't really have any M1 helper moves slash like no like combo extenders, but his base is really good. He doesn't really have any bad moves. All of his moves can be mixed and used together. And yeah, like he's just a really good base move set. He can be used pro, noob, medium, intermediate. He's just an overall extremely good character. He's kind of like Toto, but better. And he has a really good R special, which is kind of like a better Toto. His teleport, which is a little tip that I want to give new people really quick, if you or experienced player if you don't know this already. If you use the R teleport and you like zip around, like when you're in the teleport animation, you zip your camera to the turned around position, like you're not facing your enemy. You will teleport behind them. And that's just a really good tip that I learned. But yeah, on to number one, I guess. Sorry, so for number one, I think you can guess who it is now. The Restless Gambler, Hikari. This is my main, and I don't put him up here because out of like, oh, I like Hikari, so I'm gonna put him at number one because I think he's the best. I think he's the best in base slash ult in a 1v1 against every other class. Like I say, like Hikari versus Yuji. I'm thinking Hikari's gonna win usually. You know what I mean? I like if I'm like seeing a 1v1, I'm putting my bet in Hikari. Like that, not in like a like an unironic way as like a like, oh, Hikari's like a gambler, but I put my money on him. Like I'm expecting him to win. And when I'm facing Hikari, especially when I'm playing a different class, you know what I mean? Because I'm really good at Hikari. I don't really get beat at Hikari. You know what I mean? But I will just show you an example of me hitting a dummy with only 2 moves. Only 2 moves. That dummy is already down to 70 HP with 2 moves and 7 M1s. I mean, 7 is a big number, but it's an M1, so it does less damage. You know what I mean? So, do you see how fast I got back the reserve balls in that amount of time, or the fucking the other move? Like, I go to the end. If you like go almost to the last frame of the example I showed you, the Shutter Doors moves is already at half cooldown. So that's that's about to be my point. What gives him the edge over a lot of other characters is he has 2 moves which hold still the user for even a second. Also, by the way, when I said hold still, I did mean hold still, but another thing I didn't mention is that you get them back extremely fast and they hold still. So it's really easy to hold someone and just constantly peck away at them basically. And you get them back really fast. It's like a 10-second cooldown, which is absurd. And Hikari basically has 5 moves basically. He has his 4 moves, his reserve balls, his shutter doors, his rough energy, and his fever breaker. But then he has his parry, which is his R special. This is why he's the best character. Base and an ult. Base because he has a parry and he has 4 full moves, which Yuji doesn't have. And then in his ult, he has infinite HP, and only while being hit, he can be damaged and put out of ult. And then when he spawns back in without dying with ult, he gets half of it back. So that is why I say he's the best character. Namaste. I really enjoyed making this video. I'm glad to be back. And that's about all. I hope y'all like my rankings, and deuces. Oh yeah, like and subscribe please.